Peace, family. Let's get into some African history. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get into the Congo and Angola. Peep this. Although the forebearers of most African Americans originated in West Africa, a large majority came from Central Africa. In particular, they came from the region encompassing the Congo River and the tributaries. The region to the south that the Portuguese call Angola, the people of these regions had much in common with those of Guinea Coast. They divided the labor by gender and lived in villages composed extended families. According to these stats of their kings, like the people of West Africa were ensnared in the Atlantic slave trade as it grew in immense proportions in the 1500s. During the 1400s and the 14th century, much of the Congo River system were very fertile and abundant with fish, wildlife, and many kingdoms in the Congo. The wealth of the kingdom is also derived from the access of salt, iron, and extensive trade in the interior continent. Nzinga Kanu, who was Mali Congo, and Congolese is the term for king. When the Portuguese expeditions arrived in the region in the late 1500s, surpassed other African rulers welcoming intruders, his son Nzinga Mbaba tried to convert the kingdom into Christianity and remodel it along with the European lines. The results resulted in unrest with the Portuguese and the greed and the efforts of the slave trade, undetermined royal authorities, and ultimately led to the breakup of kingdoms and social disruption of the entire Congo and Angola region. So, you got the Portuguese coming into Angola, into the Congo region, into regional kingdoms that's already set. And you see it was abundant and with fish, wildlife, and fruits and everything that they needed. Plus, it was the capital of salt, gold, and iron. So, you got a prosperous nation in Africa, right? And you got them goofy Portuguese come down into Africa and upset the apple cart because they wanting gold and they wanting black gold, slaves, Africans, to go up there and build Spain and all that. So, you got millions of Africans being stolen, not only just from West Africa, but in the lands of the Congo and Angola regions. That's why I say the white people wasn't going over there and say, "Oh, bro, you Ethiopian, you Angolan, oh, we don't take them, bro. You from the Congo." You see what I'm saying? Because the Congo is a special area in Africa, especially to the ancient Egyptians. Well, to all of Africa, but especially to the ancient Egyptians. They called that, the beginnings of the Nile. You see what I'm saying? That was a part of the beginning, Tinetta rule or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So, being that is an important center in the African community in ancient times, listen, they always had trouble getting into what they call today sub-Saharan Africa, getting into what they call real Africa. See, they went up there with the Egyptians, and that's why the Nubians used to get on them all the time. Like, quit kicking it with the foreigners, man. You see what I'm saying? They'll have to go up there and kick out the foreigners every time. And, being that the Nubians to this day is undefeated, never lost the war now. Even you can go as far back as you can go in history. The Nubians always won. Yeah, they got pushed back. The Egyptians at that time pushed the Nubians down, and they left Carmel and went down to Monroe. You see what I'm saying? And they had to take that, the glyphs, because they the Egyptians, them farm people, they took them glyphs, transformed the secrets into a whole nother, you see what I'm saying, language. So they could keep their secret. They could talk around everybody without everybody knowing what they talking about. You see what I'm saying? And if you look at Amharic, it's only spoken in Ethiopia, right? And we going, because this connect right to the Congo. Because the Egyptians said we come from the beginning of the Nile where God happy dwells at the foothills of the mountain of the moon. That's Ethiopia and Uganda. But they also talk about the land of the Twa, which is the Congo. But you can find them all over Africa, but the main place they be is the Ayatori Forest in the Congo. So the Twa is the oldest people on the planet. And then you got the Khoisan people. Them the first two types to go out through all over the world. You see, and populate the rest of the world. That's why peoples in Asia got them African Khoisan eyes. Even the Chinese, the Japanese, and the Koreans. But as you can see, this was a center for slavery. And millions of Africans were stolen from Angola, the Congo, all the Gold Coast, all over West Africa. It's over 400 dungeons pointing towards the Americas. You see what I'm saying? That's why the African Americans got heritage from all over Africa, bro. All over Africa. You see, that's why when you go into African history and see, you see the king of the Congo when the Portuguese invaded, he trying to make his own people go to Christianity. Them been paid off by them Europeans, just like what it just said, because they won't go and they won't slave. Them paid off by them Europeans. Jomo Kenyatta said when the white man came into Africa, he had the Bible. And he told the black people to get down on their knees and pray. And when we opened our eyes, we had the Bible and he had all the gold diamonds in the land. That come from Jomo Kenyatta from that region. You see what I'm saying? So the Portuguese, Christopher Columbus was in on the early Portuguese slave trade. Don't let them, because what you doing patrolling up and down, West Africa or whatnot, you see what I'm saying, for 22 damn years, 20 years or something. This man going up and down Africa for 12 or 20 years or something like that. Looking for what? Man, that man was involved in the slave trade. That's just period. That's proof right there. That's proof. But the Africans in the Americas, you even talk about down there in the islands, you still see the customs from West Africa, from Central Africa. You see what I'm saying? It's still a living practice amongst the people that's here in the diaspora. But when you go into the history of the Congo, like we just did, I want to read that one little piece again. Although the forebearers of most African Americans originated in West Africa, a large majority of them come from Central Africa. And so you talking about during the 1400s, when you talk about the slave trade part, you talking about the 1492, this doing when the Moors get kicked out of Spain. And if you go look at it, Mali, Songhai, the Moors, the black people that had been, the Africans that had been living in Spain and all through Europe for 700 years, they kicked all of them out. And they come back down into Africa and help them penetrate sub-Saharan Africa, real Africa. You see what I'm saying? The Portuguese. Yep. So I want to get into that little bit of history of the Congo or whatnot, and I'll be right back with another video because I got another one coming. I want to get that one out the way. So I'm coming right back. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. Chop out.